What's going
All
on,
right.
Russ?
What's up, man? So how's life been since winning Rhythm and Flow?
Man, life has been lovely. It's been a little bit hectic, you know. Um, I'm not immune to the challenges of the time that we're experiencing. So, of course, we've been dealing with that. But, um, you know, just the way I've been able to interact with the fans, release music to a population of people that are looking forward to hearing it and watching the videos. I think that's been a beautiful experience. Um, and what's funny is I did an interview with Hollywood Life. One of the first, interviews I did after the show was
Awesome.
with you all. So now, circling back is, I get to talk to what this year has been like. So that's pretty cool.
And working with Snoop Dogg, a
Yeah.
legend, obviously.
Yes.
What are those conversations like? What is that being in the studio with him like? That just must be insane.
It's amazing, man. He's like the godfather of the West Coast and of hip hop in a lot of ways. Um, Snoop Dogg is a special person, a special human being, and I think it's no accident that he experiences the degree of success that he does because, unlike a lot of people see talent and they're like, "Let me sign you, let me do this, let me link you into my crew so that I can be the one responsible." Snoop Dogg just gives so much to the artist community, like. He didn't ask me for anything to feature, to show up for the video, and then he shows up for the video shoot and caters to the whole community. So and in a private conversation with no cameras, he was like, "It's about your legacy, and then this is what I'm trying to show you and other people like you." So I'll always, take my hat off to him and kind of the example that he's showing us on how to just really deal with people. And not to mention that video was shot in the middle of a blood neighborhood, and he's the biggest crip in the game, and he goes out, and even the Bloods out there that came out, they was like, hey, much love to Snoop Dogg. You ain't gonna have no problems out here today. So that was a beautiful day.
Nothing wrong with that. And
Not
as
at all.
your career continues, you're working on a book.
I
Can
am.
you tell us how that's coming along?
The book is finished, but I'm going back through it and with a fine tooth comb, deciding if there are more scenes that needed to be added to help develop some of the characters. But the premise is there, the storyline, it develops beautifully. The descriptions kind of put you in an entire different world. And so I'm excited about that. That's something that I think people will get to see more of my teacher mind in that book than the rapper mind, because, rappers, as a rapper, I deal with specific content. As a teacher, I'm able to open up that world and still, put some of the little, rapper touches in there. So
Will we see you with Deontay Wilder again, or now that Mike Tyson's is thinking about getting back in the game? Do you think you'll perform for him maybe down the line?
well, first and foremost, I'm a huge boxing fan and I'm a boxer. So I'm undefeated in the amateurs, you know what I'm saying?
That's good.
3-0, you feel me?
Okay.
But I'm a huge boxing fan, and I think Deontay Wilder gave me one of those huge moments to put me on the world stage. So I appreciate him for that. And I'm a huge fan of him. We haven't seen anybody with his punching power in a long time, single punch power. And so when he reached out to me, it was a no brainer. And even after the fight, I still was like, trying to let him know that I love and support what he's doing. That being said, the way I see myself as an artist, I don't like to be bottled into specific spaces. So once we've done something, I like to open that path, that lane for other people to have that experience, because I've had it and it was special for what it was.
Absolutely. And finally, have you been able to return to the school that you were teaching at since winning? And if not, and if you go again, what would you like to tell everybody?
Well, I've taught at several schools, but the one I've been able to return to and do something special was Inglewood High School. Just before, like, the quarantine hit, we did an assembly where we were talking to the students, interacting with them, encouraging them, and looking to launch a scholarship program that we're still going to, be getting out. So just after that, we were able to do that assembly just before then. There are some other schools that I taught at, like Augustus Hawkins High School, Westchester High School, View Park High School, and even And I've also showed up to a school that I last taught at, which was called High School for Recording Arts. So I've kind of moved around the LA educational scene. I have like over 12 years of experience in education. So
Very cool. Thank you so much for taking the time. I look forward to speaking to you again in the future and seeing whatever you do. If you return to Rhythm and Flow for the second season or anything and everything, it's on your plate. So I'm ready to see what happens.
thank you, man. It's a pleasure to speak with you. Send my love to everybody over at Hollywood Live.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Take it easy.